Voices Across Cultures. Communicating Effectively in a Diverse World, Training Guide. Presentation by Group F. Jack Hanks, Andrea L. Lavender, Rebecca Williams and Kennedy Weilaneni. Course. LHRD 7305E 2025 Summer 1. Hello, my name is Lhrd. Welcome to Voices Across Cultures. Communicating Effectively in a Diverse World, Training Guide. This training will enable participants to traverse and develop effective communication techniques that they can utilize in today's ever-evolving and interconnected world. In order to properly communicate across cultural boundaries, linguistic skills and an understanding of values, norms, and expectations are necessary. What you can expect to learn from this course includes a comprehensive understanding of the importance of cross-cultural and effective communication. The course is structured as a one-day, 8-hour session held on a virtual platform, such as Teams. Throughout the training, we will cover several key segments, including an introduction to SMART goals and various interactive activities to reinforce learning. Additionally, there will be designated times for debriefing and evaluations between segments to ensure engagement and understanding. At the start of the training session, it is essential to engage participants by having them complete a comprehensive pre-assessment quiz. This quiz will serve as a valuable tool to evaluate their current understanding of the subject matter, helping to identify knowledge gaps and tailor the upcoming content to better meet their needs. Before moving forward, we must ask ourselves, why is cross-cultural and effective communication training important? In today's interconnected, globalized environment, effective communication across cultures is no longer optional, it is essential. Whether in classrooms, offices, or virtual meetings, the ability to navigate cultural differences with sensitivity and skill directly impacts collaboration, trust, and organizational success. Introduction to SMART goals. Why is this important? To make sure this training is effective and has lasting impact, we use SMART goals: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. SMART goals help us track participant progress, align training with organizational needs and ensure meaningful and measurable outcomes, and supports long-term application of skills. Our specific goal is to raise awareness of how different cultures communicate, which including common barriers and cultural norms. This training will also introduce participants to easy-to-understand theories, such as Hofstede's cultural dimensions, which helps us understand how values in the workplace are influenced by culture, and the development model of intercultural sensitivity, DMIS, to help them better understand cross-cultural dynamics. We will have 2 activities for this section, a cultural values poll and a global meeting roleplay titled, Monday Morning Meeting. Activity 1. Cultural Values Poll. Objective: to reflect on how your personal cultural background influences your communication style. Platform setup. Using a virtual meeting tool, e.g., Teams, launch an anonymous poll. Poll questions. When giving feedback, I prefer to be direct and specific, indirect and subtle. In group settings, I enjoy individual accomplishment, group harmony. Facilitator-led discussion. After each poll, what do our group results tell us? How might these differences lead to misunderstanding? Can you share an example from your experience? Then break into small groups, or breakout rooms, to reflect. How did your background shape your poll answers? When have you seen cultural norms clash with communication? How might this knowledge help in your professional or personal life? Activity 2. Global Meeting Roleplay, Monday Morning Meeting. Objective: understand how business meetings differ around the world based on cultural norms. Scenario: you're in a virtual project kickoff meeting with colleagues from different countries. Goals: align on deadlines, roles, and expectations. Team assignments: each team adopts the communication style of a region, USA, Germany, Japan, New Zealand. Team tasks: describe how people in your assigned culture would communicate: direct, formal, positive. Use humor: frequent, occasional, or none. Focus: solution or problem-driven. Create a 2 to 3 minute roleplay or group summary. Activity 2. Answer key. This section concludes with a short self-reflection through the development model of intercultural sensitivity, DMIS. This will help explain how people experience and develop intercultural competence. It describes the progression of how individuals respond to cultural differences, from seeing one's own culture to appreciating and adapting to cultural differences. Questions for the development model of intercultural sensitivity self-reflection. 1. Reflect on your experience with cultural communities, including your own. 2. Create one or more intercultural development goals. 3. Identify challenges you may face as you work on your goals. Measurable goal. By the end of the training, everyone will take a post-training assessment. Our goal is for at least 75% of participants to score 75% or higher. But don't stress. Even if scores fall short, the data will help us improve this course moving forward. Post-training assessment part 1 and 2 with corresponding answer key. 1. Why is it important to recognize cultural communication differences in a workplace setting? 2. How can understanding nonverbal communication differences, such as gestures or body language, help improve cross-cultural communication? Provide an example. 3. Describe a situation where a communication misunderstanding might occur between someone from a high-context culture, e.g., Japan, Saudi Arabia, and a low-context culture, e.g., the United States, Germany. How would you address the misunderstanding to resolve it? 4. What is the primary purpose of using SMART goals in the Voices Across Cultures training? A. To teach participants how to give performance reviews. B. To ensure the training is engaging and entertaining. C. To track participant progress and align training with organizational needs. D. To encourage participants to memorize cultural facts. 5. During the Monday morning meeting activity, what is one key objective participants are expected to achieve? A. Write a business proposal for global expansion. B. Analyze regional GDP data. C. Role-play how different cultures communicate in business meetings. D. Translate communication styles into multiple languages. 6. Why is it important to engage participants with a pre-assessment at the beginning of the training? A. To determine who needs extra tutoring. B. To give participants a competitive score ranking. C. To evaluate current understanding and tailor content to their needs. D. To replace the need for post-training assessments. Achievable goals. 1. Cultural awareness goal. By the end of the session, participants will be able to identify at least 3 common communication differences across cultures and explain how these differences can affect workplace interactions. Achievable through cultural values poll, theory introduction, and discussion. 2. Practical application goal. All participants will actively participate in at least 2 interactive activities, such as the Cultural Values Poll and the Monday Morning Meeting role-play, to apply communication strategies in cross-cultural scenarios. Reinforces learning by doing. 3. Knowledge assessment goal. At least 75% of participants will score 75% or higher on the post-training assessment, demonstrating increased understanding of cross-cultural communication concepts and strategies. 4. Personal development goal. Each participant will develop one personal intercultural communication improvement goal during the DMIS reflection activity and identify one challenge they may face in achieving it. Achievable, introspective, and supports long-term relevance and application. Relevant goals. How can we make this training relevant to your specific needs? To keep this training meaningful, facilitators can tailor our content and examples to reflect your real-world environment. How can we make this training relevant to your specific needs? For corporate teams, we align the training with your diversity, equity, and inclusion (DEI) goals. Scenarios and case studies reflect common team dynamics, remote collaboration, and global partnerships. Role-plays simulate cross-cultural client meetings, internal communications, and feedback exchanges. For educational institutions, we connect the material to inclusive classroom practices and student-teacher communication. Scenarios focus on engaging diverse learners, working with multilingual families, and creating culturally responsive environments. For healthcare or social services, emphasis on culturally competent care and building trust with clients from different backgrounds. Case studies reflect patient-provider communication, interpreting cultural cues, and navigating sensitive topics. Lastly, time-bound goals are established to demonstrate outcomes within a specified timeframe. This approach facilitates the assessment of the training's impact and aids in determining subsequent steps. These goals will include 1. Pre- and post-training assessment goal. Participants will complete both a pre-assessment at the start and a post-assessment by the end of the training day, allowing facilitators to measure progress within the single-day session. 2. Daily activity participation goal. All participants will complete at least 2 interactive activities within the training session, such as the cultural values poll and the global meeting roleplay, to apply learning in real time. 3. Reflection goal. By the end of the training, each participant will complete a short DMIS-based self-reflection and set one intercultural communication development goal. 4. Evaluation feedback goal. All participants will submit a training evaluation form immediately after the session, providing real-time feedback on content, delivery, and applicability. 5. Follow-up reporting goal. For facilitators, organization. Within 1 week of training, a summary of assessment results and participant feedback will be compiled and sent to the organization for review and planning next steps. In conclusion, we must reflect on this training guide and answer: why is this training vital for our organization's success in promoting effective communication in a constantly evolving and diverse world? In today's diverse and interconnected world, the ability to communicate effectively across cultures is not just a skill. It is necessary to building environments where everyone feels respected, heard, and empowered to contribute. That's how we build stronger teams, reduces misunderstandings, and builds diverse communities. By completing this training, you are now better equipped to recognize how culture influences communication, respond thoughtfully and appropriately to cultural differences, collaborate more effectively with individuals from diverse backgrounds. To help us improve, we're requesting feedback. Please take a moment to answer the following questions about your experience. Your opinion is valuable to us. Feedback Part 1. Qualitative, open-ended questions, which encourages detailed feedback and reflection. 1. What did you like about the training? 2. What did you not like about the training? 3. Were there any materials you wish had been provided? 4. What would you change about this training? 5. Would you like to see any additions or changes to the scenarios? 6. What from the training do you plan to apply to your job? 7. How has your perspective on cross-cultural communication changed? Optional addition. Feedback Part 2. Quantitative, rating scale questions. These questions are designed to measure your experience using a rating scale. Please use the scale below to reflect how much you agree or disagree with each statement. 1. Was the material and presentation engaging enough to keep you focused? 2. Was the length of the training appropriate? Too long, short? 3. Did the exercises provide useful, realistic scenarios? 4. Can the content be applied to your current work? 5. I feel more aware of how culture influences communication. 6. I am more confident in navigating cultural misunderstandings. 7. The virtual platform used was effective for this training. 8. I would recommend this training to others in my organization. Thank you so much for attending Voices Across Cultures. Communicating Effectively in a Diverse World Training Guide. Your time and participation is greatly appreciated. Our hope is that you found this guide valuable, and we look forward to seeing you apply what you've learned.